So it occurred to me, actually during the service, that when we talked about the fullness, that I was thinking about the fullness that happens after death, where we reunite with the light above and become one. And I realized that the bride chamber and the fullness is actually an inward reality that you experience. I have a tendency to listen to my childhood upbringing and then not realizing it and then realizing later. That's what happened in this case. Because a while back, I served, I was the primary priest, I guess, for the Sunday service, and then I did the Sophia service. And something about doing that, I experienced internally a meshing of Sophia and Jesus internally that felt like what they talk about when they talk about the bride chamber. And I realized that it's a merging of two things into one in a fullness capacity, but the gender of the deities in question isn't actually pertinent. It's two halves becoming whole. It's more like there's a Greek myth about how humans used to have two sets of everything, and Zeus, because it was Zeus, split them in half so that they were less powerful. And that when we go through our earthly lives, we're trying to find our other half so that we can become whole. And there are pairs that are both sides are male, both sides are female, or one is one and the other. That's what we do. But if you take that not so much literally, but as an internal reality, it's kind of like one of the readings we had last week was about how Mary found the spirit to bed and then went out to Jesus. He was like, I've been waiting for him. And then he came and they found him between them. It's like that. And as I've only experienced this a little bit, I don't have a lot of experience as far as like telling anyone else how to achieve this, especially since as with a lot of things, a lot of it comes down to individual experience, which makes things easier and more complicated at the same time. Because it means that one, you have to find your own way of finding whatever it is that you need. And you have to figure out whatever it is that you need in the first place. Although generally there's a lot of overlap. Like sex. But you know, we're here to help as much as we can help. But everyone, it's one of those, we're all walking the path alone. So yeah, I hope anything I said was helpful and go in peace and may the lady walk with you.